Hey guys, K-Mac here, back from DKH, my little fancy acronym for Death Knight Hub. In this video I'm going to show you the Death Knight class in whole of patch 3.2. I'm going to hit on a couple things. The first thing is going to be hit rating, the second is going to be dual wielding, third is going to be expertise cap, and finally I'm going to touch a little bit on the importance of really understanding your spec, because I feel that's pretty much the most important thing about your class. Alright, first off, I'm going to talk about hit rating. Now, the hit rating for Death Knights in all melee classes is 8%. Now, you can check your hit rating by hitting your C key and then going to hit rating. Basically, the actual number that you have to be at is 262, and the percent is 8%. You can check your percent by hovering over the hit rating number, and it'll show you your percent. Basically, what hit rating does is it makes your attacks non-missable, which means every time you attack from behind, it'll never miss. But this doesn't count for dodge and parry. Now, next thing I'm going to hit on is expertise rating. This counts for dodge and parry. What you want to do is get your expertise rating to this. It's different for each spec. For blood spec, you want to be at 20, the number 20, which I am right now. For blood spec, you want to be 21 for frost spec, and you want to be 21 for unholy. Now, what this does is, let's say you're attacking the boss from behind. He can still dodge your attack, but if you're expertise cap, he cannot do that anymore. And also, if you're in front of the boss, he can't parry your attacks if you're expertise cap. Now, you might be wondering, when am I ever in front of the boss? Shouldn't you always be behind the boss? Well, there's actually a few encounters that do require you to stand in front of the boss pretty much the whole fight. One example I'm going to give you is Ariaya. She does this sonic boom, and if everybody is in front of the boss, it distributes the damage equally, and it's not a lot of raid damage. But if you're in front of the boss all the time and she's just parrying you and dodging you and parrying you and parrying you, you're not going to get any good DPS. So if you're expertise cap, you'll never miss. You might lose that extra like 40 strength, but it's a lot better if you hit every single time if you're in front of the boss. Even if you're not in front of the boss, you want to be expertise cap because you don't want to be dodged. Lastly, I would like to touch on the importance of really understanding your spec. Take some time out, like log on 10 minutes before raiding time or whatever, and look at all your spec. A lot of people, including me, just went on a website somewhere and copied the spec. But have you really actually looked at your spec, read every single little talent point, what everything does? It really helps you understand your spec. Now, why do you want to understand your spec? Well, you need to know when to use certain abilities and which part of the encounters. Now, the most obvious time to use your cooldowns, which is a major part of your class, which you want to use as much as possible, is during heroism, which increases your haste speed. One thing I like to do when I pop my cooldowns during heroism is I use a haste potion. It's called the Potion of Speed and increases your haste rating by 500. And the cool thing about this is it actually stacks with heroism. So if your shaman pops heroism, you pop that Potion of Speed and you go extremely fast. And it's really awesome at DPS. I did switch my spec up a little bit. If you watched my last video, I spec'd out of Vampiric Blood. I didn't really like it that much. It healed you for a little bit, but it's a one-time thing, 2-minute cooldown. If you're really working on progression bosses, I think the best thing to spec into instead of Vampiric Blood is Mark of Blood. What Mark of Blood does, it places on the enemy and it heals the target that it hits for 4% each time it hits for 20 times, or it lasts for 20 seconds, either way. So you can just go to the blood spec and read all this stuff up. It really helps you with the class, really helps you when to use your abilities, because every single encounter is different. Mimron is such a moving fight. Hodir is such a moving fight. The only way you're really just going to use a rotation is like during patchwork, where you absolutely don't have to move at all. But that's a very rare encounter, and so you really want to understand your spec, and it's very important. So thanks for watching, guys. I know this is a little bit of a short video, but I'm going to be coming up with a new video. There's lots of leaks of, Cataclysm, and it's going to be really cool. I'm going to hit on everything with Cataclysm. I don't know much about the Death Knight class yet, because none of that's released. Hopefully some more information will come out of BlizzCon, But for now, you can check out my next video coming out in a little bit about World of Warcraft Cataclysm, which is going to be really awesome. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.